Today on Non-Academic Scholars, we hosted a podcast in public. Welcome to the Weird Podcast.
What do you think is the best way what do you think is the best route to be happy? What do you think is the best way to achieve happiness? Long-term happiness.
Long-term happiness.
Yeah.
That question is very tricky.
It is.
It is very tricky. In our Nigerian sense, I would say just have money.
Just have money.
Just have money.
So money solves all the problems in the world.
I won't say all, but literally all.
Literally all.
Yeah.
But there've been a lot of rich people who
Still have problems.
they have problems. They commit suicide. Just yesterday.
I don't know about that. But in my situation, if I have that kind of money, I don't think I would have a problem. But then, happiness, it comes from anything, little things, like what I'm doing right now.
Okay, it comes from. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But stuff like, I feel like as humans, whenever we set our mind to something, by the time we achieve it, we get bored very quickly. So if you set your sights on money, I feel like by the time you have to be creative.
Yeah, you have to be creative
So
to have money, to get money, to maintain money.
No, but by the time you have money, don't you feel like you get bored of money?
Says who? Says who?
I'm just saying.
At least I've been there, so I know.
Oh, you look very alright yourself.
Just been there.
So you look very alright. That's what I'm
Alright,
saying.
thank you.
So you don't have problems right now.
I do have problems, but not pressing problems.
But all of them are related to money.
Basically,
Okay.
how to keep on growing,
Okay.
something like that.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Arima. So the question for today is, what do you think? How do you think is the best way to achieve long-term happiness?
Sorry?
What do you think is the best way to achieve happiness, long-term happiness?
Well, I think you just think of what makes you happy and just do it. What else?
Wait, what?
You think of what makes you happy and do it. What
You
else?
think of what makes you happy and just do it?
Yeah.
Interesting. This is very interesting. But personally, let me give you this proposition. Do you think happiness is a fleeting feeling?
Phasing.
A fleeting feeling.
It depends. I don't really know, but I don't know joy and happiness. Which one? I know one is permanent and one is temporary. I can't really tell which one. I think joy is temporary, but happiness is more permanent. When you have happiness, sometimes you might have ups and downs, but inside, you are just a happy person. When the time comes, but sometimes your mood is down, but occasionally you have your happy moods, and you are more of a happy person. People will know you more as a happy person.
Okay, so you've described, I've never heard of this, but you've said joy and happiness, they're two different things. One is temporary, one is permanent. So what I'm saying is, the one that's permanent, what do you think is the best route to get it? Is it love, relationships? Is it money? Is it passion? What do you think is the best route in general to get to that long-term happiness?
I don't think an external factor can or should influence your own happiness. I think your own happiness should come from you. If you're determined to be happy, it does not matter if you're in a relationship or if passion or anything. You can just be happy. So some people, little things make you happy. So something as little as food, as little as kind gesture can make you happy. So it's not necessarily things from outside that will keep that permanent. If it's permanent, that means something from outside, when once it's taken, it will not be there again. You understand? Yeah. If it's permanent, maybe it's a relationship now. Your relationship might not last forever. That means your happiness is not forever.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the question I'm going to ask you is, would you rather be deaf or blind?
That's a tough question, no? Deaf or blind?
Yeah.
If I'm to be deaf now, I won't hear anything.
That's what being deaf means.
And if I'm to be blind, I won't see anything.
That's what being blind means.
Okay. That one is a tough question. No? I wouldn't want any, but if
You had to pick.
I had to pick, it's better I will be blind though.
It's better to be blind. Why?
At least I can communicate. Yeah, then I'll talk and you understand me.
I mean, but deaf people have sign language though, so they still can communicate.
They still can communicate, but it won't. There's how I want to say something, that I want to use words. Sign language, I don't think it will cut it for me.
Okay, I understand you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Is what do you think is the best way to achieve happiness?
I think the first step to achieving great happiness, I call it great, because happiness is a very, very vital thing that every human needs to have. And if you're talking about happiness, I think one of the greatest way to achieve happiness is forgetting your past, forgetting about what people assume about you. Sometimes it is our mind that actually troubles us. So when you forget about people, when you forget about people that are out to downcast you, people that are out to mock, that is when you achieve great happiness.
You have to forget about your own head, because you said sometimes it's your mind that downcast you. Don't be in your head so much and forget about what people have to say.
Yeah, just forget about what the opinion of other people. Look at, be focused. Yeah, you need to be focused. You need to look at where you are actually going to.
One can achieve happiness. Like, what do you think is the best way to achieve long-term happiness as a human being?
Long-term happiness, I think it's actually just doing what makes you happy, and not, let's say, associating with people that are not do not have your kind of vision. Like, you just having to hang out with people that, let's say, have the same energy as you, so they won't have to give you any bad vibes or something. They won't have to bring their own kind of energy to you that does not really actually connect with yours. So that's what I think.
Okay, but when you say doing what makes you happy, don't you think if you do something for a long time, you might get bored, or you might want to move on to something different? Because that's how humans are built. We set goals for ourselves, and then after you achieve that goal, you're looking for the next thing. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's what will happen if you do what makes you happy, or it's just that you're going to have a very long list of what makes you happy. So what do you think about that?
Okay, let me not just say what makes you happy just like that, because there are many things that make people happy. You can be stealing and make you happy. That's not what I'm saying, please. Okay, I'm just saying you trying to get let's say you just trying to associate with people that are actually, let's say, people that are, will give you the kind of vibe that you want, not really just any kind of thing that makes you happy though. Just having to do with things that excite you, but not in a bad way though. Things that will actually give you the entertainment that you want, and then stuff like that.
Okay, so the question today is, it's a simple one really. Would you rather be blind or deaf if you had to pick? Would you rather be blind or deaf?
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't prefer any.
Yeah. In an ideal situation, You wouldn't want any, but
I don't want any.
if you had to pick, which one would you choose?
I think I'd rather be deaf.
You'd rather be deaf?
Yeah. Than blind.
Why?
Because I would love to see.
You love to see?
Yeah.
But
At least if I don't see, I understand. If I don't hear, I understand.
like sign language.
Like sign language and all that.
Okay,
Then
but-
I understand what's going on in my environment.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what about like music and stuff, like just hearing things? Won't you miss it?
I don't think I will miss it. It's better I see.
It's better to see than
It's
to be blind.
better to see than to be blind.
Okay, so the question for today is, what do you think is the best way to achieve happiness as a person? Long-term happiness. What do you think is the best way to achieve happiness?
Like seriously, for me, the goal is just money.
Money.
Like fucking serious money.
Money. Okay, so what about people that have been rich and sad? And people that have been rich, they've committed suicide. You've heard of all these artists that have committed suicide, and a lot of people have said, okay, more time after making the money, you see that money isn't everything. What do you have to say about that?
Well, to my own personal view, I think people who go through this maybe they have emotional trauma, maybe from their families or something else is disturbing them, but I don't really think it's from that money. Because I believe if I have money, man,
Nothing.
I don't have anything.
Any other problem?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I don't have any other thing to bother me.
Okay. Okay. So good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So the question for today is, what do you think is the best way to achieve happiness as a person?
Okay. The best way for one to achieve happiness in life is, one, to be contented. One, two. Of course, for you to be contented means that you have to also know your maker. That's the only one, because happiness comes from him and no other person. Then he gives you, because when you know your maker, he will give you the knowledge, what it takes to be happy. Because when you are happy within yourself, then means people around you too will be happy. If not, if you are not happy within yourself, there's going to be chaos and then fighting every day.
Okay, so it has to come from within.
It has to come from within.
It's not from any other external thing. Between you and yourself and the God that made you.
That's just it.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so the question is, if you could choose to be a citizen of any country in the world, apart from the country you're in right now, what country would you choose?
That will be US.
The US?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like, not like I feel like do, but life over there is much more easier to get.
There are a lot more opportunities.
A lot more opportunities, you know.
Okay, so now the second part of the question is, if you choosing to become a US citizen means that you have to forget all your family, your friends, and all the people that you know and have made here, would you still do it?
You mean like
all your friends that you know here, your family that you've made here, would you still do it?
Nah, bro.
Nah,
bro.
Well, it's an easy life, and you can make new friends there.
Actually, bro, you know, it's different from you being born overseas. To get, it's different from you being born overseas than, you know, being born here in Nigeria. You already have a family here, and then just forgetting everything and starting a new life over somewhere is
So the
a
answer
little
is
bit.
no.
Yeah.
The answer is no.
Nah, no, man.